Hello, my name is Neil McGinnis, and if you can see my bedroom, you will know I am Thomas. I am a physically handicapped 24-year-old, well, almost 24-year-old man, and in some senses, yes, I fit the demographic. I am your typical 24-year-old man, etc., loves superheroes, yada yada yada. But I have to say this. My favorite comics are not superhero related. Oh, I love superhero comics, don't get me wrong. But I'm into things like Sandman and Fable, and even the superhero comics I'm really into, aside from Booster Gold and maybe Green Arrow, really tackle things from a different angle. Like I'm into the classic uh, The Question from the 1980s, or I'm into Sandman Mystery Theater, which is a story set in the 1940s about a superhero whose only power is having vague Freudian dreams about solving crimes. And as I mentioned, Fables is not superhero related, but it's just gorgeous. The storytelling is impeccable, and it treats women like they are supposed to be treated. Women are one of the most important groups in that book, just as they are in comics. Men of other races have always been treated well in what I like to read about. One of my favorite superhero cartoons when I was a kid was Static Shock, and I didn't even think about race in that. Uh, so race is not a big deal for me, and neither is gender, and frankly, I, aside from the fact that they killed Bates Sage, I didn't mind the new question being homosexual with Renee Montoya. I don't care about any of this. I'm not in it for the hyperviolence that apparently seems to sell. I'm not in it for the costumes being over sexualized or whatever. I am in it for the stories and the storytelling potential, which apparently doesn't matter to whiny, self-entitled people who think that spouting an opinion that goes against their view of comics, I don't know what they view comics as. I think they view it as their own playground, and they're afraid. Well, I'm not afraid. I want to welcome everybody into the fold. Everybody. Be it a creator I disagree with, or a creator I love and want to see more from, like Chris Claremont. I just love comics. Art and story working together. Well, not the story's not art, but you get my point. Sequential art and is something that's so superb and so fantastic that it needs to be applauded by everybody. And because it's influencing our media in movies, cartoons, etc. For crying out loud, we have graphic audio, which takes comic storylines and makes them radio dramas, which is awesome. We need to appreciate the fact that the point of comics is to tell stories that all people can read and feel apply to them. All people should be accepted and loved in comics. This is not up for debate because we are comics. There is no 20 to 30-year-old demographic that's all that it appeals to. There is no, oh, you must be a man to like comics. There is no, well, I guess you don't like Starfire's new costume. Too bad. You're gay. We don't want you. There is no, we don't want anybody in comics. With the exception of Oracle, apparently, but that's a tirade for another time.